I have seen a lot of fighter, even in the gym. You watch this fight, so I'm like, what the hell is this? I have to win or trying. I think they just fight with one hand. I don't know, but what I see looks like one hand is just to protect and to defend, and the other hand is to hit. They also kicked. What I know very much, and that's very popular, is like Senegalian wrestling. This little difference is like wrestling. I think they have two. Someone is just like wrestling, and someone is wrestling with boxing. But like in their wrestling, they're gonna as soon as somebody back hits the ground, it's over. Yeah, they have a lot of ritual on that, and it's very Senegalese style. It's very famous. I think it's even the #1 sport over there. It's very popular over there. Actually, it's like on the sand. On the sand like this. So that's what makes it even special. I always wonder like how people can, like, what happened when somebody gets sand in his eye. I don't think by today you can find some element that cannot be implemented in MMA. And once again, that's the beauty of MMA, because it's like mixed martial art. Any kind of martial art that exists out there, you will find it in MMA, you know. So like this one, they're just hitting each other with one hand, they protect with another hand. It's just different. They just have different rules, but it's still like fighting, right? The goal is just to hit somebody, what I saw here, then knock somebody out and the fight is over. So it's the same rules. Yes, anything that has a technique, fighting technique, would develop like a fighting spirit, because like, yes, you can have all the style or the technique, but if you don't have a fighter instinct, forget about it. So everything that can expose that fighting instinct and develop that, make you discover that about yourself, you will always be good. Competition is, you know, even just to know how to handle your stress, your nervosity, you know, is always something good for the sport. I have seen a lot of fighters, even in the gym. You will find them at the gym and they will be so good at training. They will have different techniques. They will give you hard time and you'll be like, oh, this guy is good. Oh, this guy is good. But you watch his fight, you're like, what the hell is this? Because he came out. Something is holding him. He doesn't have that, you know, that viciousness. You need that fight element, which has nothing to do with technique, to be able to be a good fighter. Because somebody who has all those, somebody who has a fighting instinct and have no technique, is still very dangerous for somebody who has. It's still dangerous for everyone, mostly for those who have all the techniques and no fighting instinct. I don't know how to explain that. You just find out how much you can hold on, you know, how much you can persevere, how far you can go, you know. Sometimes like even your pride has something to do about it, because I remember so many times that I didn't just give up because I'm like, no, I'm not. I thought it was over, but not only in fight, I mean in life, I thought it was over, but didn't just give up because I'm like, no, I rather just lose, like continuing, than lose standing there waiting for it. Because when you're continuing, there's always, you don't know what can happen, but there's always a chance that things can switch. But when you stop, it's over. Nothing can happen anymore. It's clear that 100% that is a loss. I will have some. I have some people, even some role model, even in my family, that they are not fighter though. Like growing up, I just admire them for the way that they do stuff, how they are as a person. You know, I think for me that was like the great value that I was impressed about, because yes, you know, I grew up in the in the community that fighting was bad, even in the, so when you were like thinking about like having a career in the fighting sport, you sound crazy, you know. So couldn't really like look around. I'm like, oh, I like this guy. We didn't have that culture of fighting, although Mike Tyson was my favorite one, like of all the time. He was diving, he was possessed. He was possessed. Have to win or trying.